violence and hatred and anger are essential parts of who we are as human beings. If anybody says they don't want anything to do with violence, hatred, or anger, and they don't want humanity to have it anymore, and they want to do things to make sure it doesn't happen, and you can see the whole woke mind virus, that was sort of their thing, and now they're starting to use hatred, violence, and anger to try to stomp out hatred and violence and anger, because it's a necessary part of humanity. If you ever did rid yourself of that, you would be such a rag doll that everybody would just kick you around. You would just be ineffectual. And you would be an example of ineffectuality. You could not do anything for yourself. And in this society, these woke people who hate everything in society, but they're still driving cars and using smartphones and eating regularly, which, a couple of hundred years ago did not happen until the people with hatred and violence and anger decided to use that to make something. And you have to use it and control it. And sometimes it gets out of hand. Sometimes it's used incorrectly. That's how things work. But anyone who wants it to go away doesn't understand the world and is going to do us a great deal of damage. And their voices need to be marginalized. They need to be pushed back to the side. They don't need to be listened to, because we have to stand up. We have to use violence and anger and hatred, and they're mostly masculine characteristics. Women, they're more about love, caring, and nurturing. I mean, God, that's why they're so wonderful. That's why we have to protect them and cherish them and keep them, because, Lord, those feelings are the best. Although violence, anger, and hatred can be fun, don't be fooled. But those two things work together, and men, we do have some love in us, and women have some anger. It's not like, it's the yin yang, and there's a little dot in each one, but that's who we are, and we're both necessary, and we work together. Toxic masculinity. Masculinity is toxic. Yes, it is. And it's just like a rattlesnake with poison. It's toxic, and that is what he uses to eat. It's poison. Masculinity is a wonderful, wonderful, necessary poison.